Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be going through the process of creating this. I wanted to create a flying boss for my game Duck Norris and thought, why was it so common in so many video games? If you look at recent games like Cuphead, Hollow Knight and Blasphemous and compare it to older games like Metroid and Castlevania, honestly doesn't matter what genre or game it is, you'll always encounter a boss that can fly. And it got me thinking as of why many games opt for them. So let's take a look. Floating bosses stand out and create extra sense of danger. Since most of the enemies in the game are the same or slightly larger than the player, this boss design choice makes sense as you want to portray the sense of danger and making their presence felt. You also add verticality to the combat. This shift in strategy forces the player to adjust their playstyle and change the dynamic from a ground-based combat. They can move across the map very easily and encourage the player to get outside of the box and use tools that they have never used in a normal encounter, which makes the whole fight very dynamic. Also, this design choice symbolizes power, showing that they are beyond this world. You will know that their attack will be unusual, and it also gives artistic freedom for the artist to go free and explore different ways to attack the player. Boss battles enhances the gameplay and offer a complex challenge that feels fair yet exciting. Some games opt for creating a giant boss with huge HP and act as a bullet sponge. I honestly don't like that and sometimes feel cheated when I don't have a satisfying boss fight. Also can deepen the lore and the narrative of the story. If you're fighting a human, most of the time they're either wearing an armor or anything that signifies that they look like you but have something extra to make them extraordinary. But for this, we're creating an alien entity that resembles an octopus. I want it to look familiar, but show some horror elements into it. That's why I'm borrowing some elements from superhero movies to bring some of that look to life. I wanted its flesh to look jagged with many different layers to show that it might have been good before or went through some corruption or maybe got tainted by the aliens or maybe something evil that took over and turned it from a vibrant being to a creature of horror. So creating a floating boss encourages the player to fight a little bit differently, as it adds a little bit complexity to the encounter. Lastly, meeting bosses symbolize game progression. They are positioned as a challenge or a very important milestone to the arc of the story. And a well-designed boss fight is not just a hurdle, it's an epic moment that leaves a lasting impact on the player. Now let's take a look at the design choices for the painting. So you notice when I started the painting, I had the octopus have a lot of teeth, and I was looking at how can I make it more menacing. So if you look at horror movies from the 80s, you will notice that they often go into the shock factor and try and put a lot of like teeth, and it looks so cheesy. So I wanted to have something that's a little bit modern and showcase that there is a lot more layers to the monster rather than just the looks, because octopus don't really have like a mouth. It's actually hidden. So I wanted to get that very close to like the source material and showcase maybe that went through, or that monster went through some kind of corruption. So showcasing that the skin was kind of like maybe got burnt or something. So I wanted to heavily lean into that. And now going into having more than two eyes was always a design choice that I absolutely love. It always comes back, and I always want to have that into my paintings. So I wanted to add some life to the piece by adding a little bit of animation. So I thought, what would be more dramatic than having a thunderstorm and having clouds moving in parallax? And this is how the final piece looks like. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far and you're interested in optimizing things and becoming better, I've created a new Discord server for like-minded people who want to take this journey to the next level. You can find it in the description below. If you like this video, please leave it a like and a comment. It really helped me with the algorithm and help the channel grow. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this video as well. Again, thank you so much, and remember, take it one day at a time, and I'll see you in the next video.